Hello everybody, I'm Creature, and today we're reviewing the Deathwing. This is a base game schematic from the Sniper set, and we've gone through any mission, llama, mini-boss cache, literally anywhere, and, well, you look at it, and you go, okay, there's a sniper rifle, and you're correct. It's a fully automatic sniper rifle. You get a copy of it in the beginning of the game. It's green, you get a green copy of it, I believe, and it's one of your very first weapons you get, which, you know, at the early game, it's decent, you know, it does the job of killing enemies and, you know, keeping you at a safe distance. But that's where I see people stop using it. It's after they have the green copy, they never touch the gun again. And they never get it fully gold and fully max it out. Which is why I've done that today, because I want to see if this could be a good primary, or possibly just even a secondary. I'm not looking for something like, wow, look at that, wow, look, wow. Like, if it does the job, I think that's pretty good of the weapon itself. But I do want to point out, I can't believe I said right there, but I do want to point out that there's another familiar weapon, and it's the crankshot. This is also a fully automatic sniper rifle, but it's right now bugged, where when you fire your face, well, not face, but your scope, I guess, it gets covered in smog. In, like, smoke, smog, you know, vehicle debris. Like, I don't know how to really explain it. Point being, you can't see when you're firing it, which isn't very good when you're trying to shoot enemies with a sniper rifle. Which is why I want to see if this could possibly take up that slot of the fully automatic sniper rifle for the time being until they fix the scope on the crankshot. Let me specify that. But of course, here's the perks we'll be using. I've already shown them, but I'm now directly addressing it. But basically, just crit rating, crit damage, magazine was my choice, but you can also have reload, and then just affliction, because, well, affliction. So, and also, this will be a two-parter video. So in the first match, we'll be using this build as a simple boost for the weapon, but the next match we'll be using Sub-Zero Zenith, which will freeze enemies when we shoot them with a sniper rifle, and that's the common use for the crankshot. People will use this with Sub-Zenith to just freeze husks and keep them in place, which, you know, is good, depending on how you want to play. You don't want to keep them at bay, you know, might want to use Sub-Zenith. If you want to get rid of them, might want to use Rapid Raider, which, you know, either way works. But first match, we'll be using Raider. Second match, we'll be using Zenith. Anyways, let's get in game and let's test this out, because I think it's going to be a good one. Alrighty, we are in game. I actually just got done with a match. I was going to record it, but since it was a lower level zone, it was 140, I decided just to scrap the footage. So we already have the copy crafted, it's already halfway used, but we do need to craft some ammo, so let's just go do that. Craft on some max ammo. But yeah. Also, they recently updated the textures for this, and I don't like how grainy they look. It doesn't match the old cartoony rock. It just looks nasty, in my opinion. Now, we are in a nature mission, so, you see, if we were doing Zenith, he wouldn't be as effective. But there is one fire zone today as well, and I hope I can get Zenith in for that one, but we'll just have to see. I like to see how they're actually using brick. Oh, they're doing one of these defenses. Actually, oh, I find these so fascinating. Where, like, you have those drop traps, they drop in, and then there's the broadsides and stuff. I always found these so fascinating. So, I'm actually just gonna let them do their thing, because I really want to see how this performs. Like, when there's a build that even I'm curious about, I'm like, okay, let me back up. I don't want to fuck shit up. I don't want to be the bad mood. Like, honestly, I'm super curious on how that will work. I hope it's good. Well, we do have some enemies somewhere, the blip says. Radar. I don't see them. Because they're more further this way. So we have some husklings. I see, they're like one tapping, two tapping husklings. That's pretty standard for weapons. Now, this isn't pinpoint accurate, so it won't be always to the center of your scope. So you do have to kind of work around with that, and each time you fire, it raises up your gun by a bit because of, you know, recoil. Which can be annoying depending on how you want to use it, and I get that. But in this case, it seems to be doing relatively fine. Pretty tasty, pretty tasty. Honestly, this is performing a lot better than I was expecting, because, like, I knew how it would expect. I know what to expect from a lower zone, you know, that's fine. But in a high zone, I was like, okay, maybe it's going to struggle a bit, but honestly, it's not. You know, it's very similar to the Tiger. I did make a video on that weapon, link in description. But it's very, very similar to that weapon. Because, like, you know, it's scoped, fully automatic, but it's a bit of a slow killer. which is, you know, good because it's laser accurate, but this isn't. But it's doing alright to my standards. But yeah, I'll get back if we get any big targets. Or any large crowds too, yeah. Well, I spoke a little early. There was one right above us. So let's go in with our sniper rifle and do our headshots as best we can. Not the best shot, but as you see, it's doing moderately well to its health. And now it's dead. Want me to show you that again? Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. And, unlike the Tiger, it's actually a lot more, available, like I mentioned. You know, you can get it from any real mission, and, you know, yada yada. It's common. It's a common one, which is fairly nice. You know, you trade in pinpoint accuracy for, you know, the same amount of damage, basically. I do view it as a better trade-off, honestly. In the Tiger video, I did compare the Tiger to the DeathStalker, a different weapon, not this one. This is the Deathwing. That's the DeathStalker. Two different things. Yeah, I know. If I had a nickel every time there was death in a base game weapon, I'd have 2 nickels or something like that. I forget how it actually goes, but point being. But yeah, 2 very different weapons, but somewhat similar. But damage is not all that bad. Now, I could craft a copy of the pink shot, the weapon I showed earlier, to show off the difference. I think if I'm going to do that, I should actually max out my crankshot copy. Because I feel like if I compare it, you know, a blue crankshot to a gold Deathwing, not DeathStalker, I feel like the comparison won't be fair. So maybe we can do a versus video in the future. That might be fun. You know, the DeathStalker, You see what I mean? The Deathwing versus the crankshot, you know, that might be a fun video. But as you see, it has the range, has the damage. So it's not a bad weapon. It's not a bad weapon. And of course, it'll be struggling against bubble shielders and nurses somewhat. I swear. Oh, actually, never mind about the nurses. Just what did that 1-tap, 2-tap it? Like that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Where did the enemies go? Oh, they encampment reset. No, you. Well, let's see if we can do another encampment test. I usually avoid these, but last video, the last weapon did fairly good. Okay, there's no blasters, so maybe that's why it'll be a little easier to do an actual encampment test. But let's see if we can get rid of these bubbles. Nope. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Place us down real quick. Oh yikes. Oh yikes. Hey nurses! Get out of here! Get out! Please! Let me complete my encampment, please. I didn't even able to show off the weapon that much, because evil nurses and shield bubbles, but I'll come back if we get some more targets. Alrighty, so the mission has begun, so I quickly ran back to the defense, because I do not want to, you know, miss out. Let's see how it does. Of course, if you're going into a crowd, you know, you want to hit each target, get that affliction on. Now we love affliction. Affliction is super good, super tasty, you know. But yeah, you know, pretty standard, I'd say. You know, it's killing the enemies fairly well. It's doing its damage. We don't have any sub-wafers, sadly. It seems like I wasn't able to get any within the short little bit of time I had. Maybe this little lantern can give me some. Oh, thank you. Okay, that makes the review a little more interesting. But yeah, let's just tap that enemy, get the affliction going for it. Yeah, if you just go into a crowd, aim for the heads, get that affliction, it will do fine for crowds. It's a bit more of a single target, I think, you know, type of weapon. You're gonna really be focusing on one thing from a distance, I believe. So yeah. But it can absolutely work as a primary, you know, going back and forth like that. You know, it can absolutely work. They go pop a wafer. My teammates are shooting at them, but I want to see what the can do. Okay, I'm about to get my ass whooped. Oh, wait, just toss some drones. Okay. Oh my god, the bubble. The bubble of hatred and agony. Okay. Okay, so against Mist Monsters, it seems like it won't be the best option. For, well, at least maybe Smashers. For Smashers, you might not want to use it, it seems. It didn't seem to be doing all that well. But against anything else, it seems to be really fine. I'll cut back when we get the mini-boss. Already, we do have a mini-boss. Oh shit. I'm not sure what damage I am doing to it, honestly. There's a bubble in the way. I can't really shoot it when there's a bubble in the way. Yeah, it's most definitely not a mini-boss weapon. It doesn't seem to be doing all that well. Let's go pop a wafer. I'm stuck in the defense. Well, I popped that wafer for no reason now. Let's do Warcry. Yeah, no, this is really not a mini-boss weapon. Oh boy. Yeah, no. No. Okay. Oh my god, it's a fucking bear. Oh yeah, this defense is crumbling. I don't know. That defense might have been not really interesting. But it's a decent weapon. It's the best. No. But I'll cut back to the Zenith build. Alrighty, this is the build I'll be using next match. Just Sub-Zero Zenith and what I think will work for the build. Just some damage boosters and totally rocking out. You could probably do something a lot better for this, but this is just how I'm gonna do it. Now, of course, I will be only showing large targets, large crowds, then the mini-boss. I will not be showing the main defense because we're really just freezing enemies, and I don't think you can freeze mini-bosses. I don't think that's something that applies to, but I do think it's just interesting to show off this build because it's commonly used for automatic sniper rifles to freeze enemies. So, yeah. You also may notice that whipped cream in the corner, or the creature, quote-unquote, has been treated to be festive. That just indicate the footage, because I don't know if I'll be splicing. More than likely I won't be. The point being, this just indicate that we're doing the second round, and also that's why the skin has also changed to be bundles, just to indicate that it is now different. Because visually it isn't, but functionally now it is. Yeah, you get my point, right? Probably not, no. Alrighty, we are in-game. Now we do need to go craft ourselves a new copy of the Deathwing because ours is about to break, so let's just go recycle our little pits left. Let's go down to the D's in the Sunbeam section, craft the gun, and let's get into this. Now we do have a bit of an empty area, it seems. We don't have any oh, there we go. But as you see, you shoot the enemies, they freeze, and you kind of just pick them off. Now this also applies affliction to each time you shoot them, so if you notice it's melting faster than usual, that's why, because we basically have stacking affliction, I believe. This is being applied twice to the enemy, and these fucking chickens! Go away! Oh my god! So, OBS crashed. I'll have a little pop-up on screen telling you about that. But yeah, it crashed. It's been taking up a lot of space recently, almost like 50% CPU usage just records these segments, so I think it's just having some issues. Now this does also freeze wildlife, they just don't get that visual indicator like, you know, the other weapons would. Well, not other weapons, but the other enemies, the husks, like the husks would. But as you can see, you know, you shoot the enemies, they kind of die. But, you know, if we get these big targets, these big crowds, we can freeze them. And then they stay frozen. And then we can shoot them more. It's so good. And these fucking chickens. Fuck off. Fuck. Can we get this out of the game? Can we get these chickens out of the game? Oh my god. Oh my god. These chickens have been the biggest issue of recently. They've been such a nuisance. Leave me alone. Actually, just leave me alone. But as we can see, the weapon, it does relatively fine when I'm not getting my fucking ass handed to me. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a bitch. Oh great, we have a fucking, what is this? What is that pink skin? What is that pink? So what the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? Why are you pink? Why are you blue? But no. I hate those chickens. I really do. It's more than just like a little haha. No, I really, really hate those chickens. They are a nuisance. They are such a nuisance to us, mode. But as you see, you freeze the enemy, you're able to focus in on them. It's fairly decent. Can we have map indicators for the wildlife? Like, these wildlife are so annoying, because then, you know, you don't see them on the little radar. Like, I wish there was like a little indicator for them. I've been asking for this for years. They won't add one. I don't know why. They just won't add indicators for wildlife. Apparently they're unimportant to the radar, even though like 99% of them always want to fucking kill you or push you off the map. Looking at raptors right now. I've had that happen. I had clips of it happening too. It just Xbox kind of wipes your clips now, so I think they're just lost to time now. Fuck you, Xbox. Let me up here. Oh my god, dude, what? Why is the game being rude to me? But no. The weapon's decent, has good freeze potential. We actually do have a bigger target, and yep, they're frozen. And they stay frozen until you can't, you know, fire. Actually, oh nope, there's overfreeze. Oh yeah, yeah. See, I think that's why this is a fairly common used. Well, no. I'm thinking of the crankshot right now. I think that's why this should be a commonly used weapon. I think this is why it should be a commonly used weapon for freezing enemies, because it can. It absolutely can. It's just the crankshot takes the glory because it looks cooler, I guess. Even though I'm pretty sure the crankshot is actually weaker. And also, you can't really see when you're firing because of the smog on screen. So, yeah. I say this with the utmost respect. Never, ever fucking do this. This isn't going to do anything. These are already 3 tiles high, which is the range of them. So you don't have to, like, launch them up to activate them. And this is just going to stun them or possibly knock them onto the defense. Like, you don't want to do that. And then with this is going to do nothing. This is going to launch them, hit them there, and they're just going to go back to breaking it. Like, that's going to do nothing. And then they did the same thing basically over here. This is going to do nothing. At least you could, you know, edit this, do that, place a cone, and do that. Like, you could do that so, you know, they get launched off it and, like, maybe down there. Like, come on, people. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard to build a defense. Clear it is when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Dear God. Alrighty, so we do have a mini boss right up ahead. I don't see it. Oh. It's Ricochet and a melee boss. Of course! When is it never a boss I can fight? When is it ever a boss I can fight? Great! Great! First it's the chickens that annoy me, and now it's the mini boss. Oh, we've come full circle. We've come full circle in my average rants about making YouTube content and live streams about Save the World. just the fucking mini bosses and chickens. It's the mini bosses and chickens. Oh, isn't it great? Isn't it tasty? Well, I'll see you in lobby for the final analysis while I be zapped to death by affliction. I also want to point out how my defense has, like, the least damage to it and is the most standing. The whole defense, it was basically fine. Except that now, and I guess that one too. But point being, it stood the test of time. This did perfectly fine. I didn't build this part, obviously. I'm not stupid about broadsides. But, you know, from there to, like, the actual defense itself, I did that. Yeah. I'll see you in lobby. So, would I search the Deathwing as a primary weapon in Fortnite Save the World? Yes. It can work. But there is definitely better alternatives if you're looking for a primary sniper rifle, such as, of course, the crankshot. I did some digging, and it does seem to be the better option. Fires faster, has more damage, but until they fix that bug, I really just do search this, because then at least you can see the targets you're shooting at. And if you do this, oh, yeah, if you do this, yeah. If you do use this, I suggest use the Zenith build because honestly, it's really fun, and I'll make a future post on my what is it just called, post page on YouTube? I don't know, but I'll put a post to a more optimal build for the Zenith. I know there's a better way. It's just I don't think I can create it because I'm just missing some heroes, but that's just a me issue at the moment. But yeah, that's the review. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.